Hi friends, welcome back to Roll for Booty Live. We are here back again with episode 2 with our test run of Obojima's Tales of the Long Grass. Today we are carrying off where we left from episode 1, where our 4 strangers found themselves in a very interesting predicament, starting with a lovely boat ride that ended with crazy fish monsters. We're standing on the ocean. Sam, you don't really have much memory of what recently took place. And as you look down at your hands that are holding your longbow, your vision goes from you, and you 3 watch Sam pass out. And he completely blacks out and face palms straight into the shoreline ocean where you guys are standing. Trying to take in your surroundings, you see this huge, large crater where a weird, strange spirit-type monster is no longer there, harassing you. The sun is beginning to start to create a sunset over the ocean line, and you have absolutely no idea what to do next. What do you want to do, though?
Gosh.
Check on him.
Yeah, I'm gonna
first,
run over it.
probably.
He is
Yeah.
probably drowning.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go pick him up before that happens.
You guys rush over to, it would probably be Tadashi who gets him first based on the map placement. You grab him, you have to lift him up immediately out of the ocean before he starts suffocating. And with everyone's help, you start pulling him over to the tree line where the shore was, and his eyes are closed. You could roll a medicine check if you like.
Sure. Let me do that. 14.
14. Okay, you grab him and you start inspecting him. You don't have much of a medical, history, but you saw people, check for pulses, right? Robert, can you do me a huge favor?
Yeah, definitely.
Can you take your headphones off?
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Deafen yourself. There we go.
Okay.
So when you look at him, you grab his wrist to try to find a pulse. You pull up his sleeve, and there is this weird, it's almost like necrosis. Oh, he can hear.
Yeah.
Just
Mute yourself. He's muting the chat, I think. Yeah.
So as you are pulling up his sleeve, you're noticing that there is necrosis would be the best word, but you wouldn't know it. You'd probably call it some sort of rot. You've seen this part of his body change slightly.
Yeah.
When he was attacking that creature, when he was fighting, he was very focused on what was happening. Almost like his body was moving and he wasn't even reacting to it. It was very, very strange. But you're good to... Robert's good to come back.
Okay. Yeah. I would probably try to let out an inaudible gasp and sort of just tuck his arm back down to his side. Baby, look up.
He let me do it more. I'm good.
Making sure.
I'm just
Yeah.
eating pizza.
Damn it, woman!
Sorry.
Also, point of
You can't get out of the show by T-posing.
edit this, Billy.
Edit this, bitch.
Point of order, does Mr. Cooper still look like a fish man?
Yeah, that was my other question.
So, that is a very good question. It would definitely be up to Mr. Cooper.
Am I still unconscious?
Yes.
Okay.
I would say at this point I will have pulled my mask off. I'm just kind of suffering and trying to get this thing off over, wherever I'm at while they're focusing on him.
So,
I'm not quiet about it though. They can definitely hear me.
yeah, so as you're trying to get Sam awake, I think the screams from Jesse as he peels something off of his face, start to put in almost like adrenaline back into Sam, like he's back in danger, and his eyes are starting to come back. And you wake up, and Tadashi's looking at you, quizzical and worried. And in the horizon, with the sun setting perfectly behind him, you just see this radio host / fish person screaming as he's Majora demasking himself. His skin starts to peel off and reveal what his clothes beneath it, and eventually, with enough force, but in a loud snap, the mask is ripped off his face and quickly reverts back into its original shape.
Yep.
Face Robert is muted. I cannot hear him, but I see his mouth.
Was Tadashi looming over Sam, or was she like kind of off to the side, like when he woke up?
Oh no, I'm fully like looming over you.
Okay, yeah.
Like I have your arm in my lap.
Yeah, he would like brusquely like push her off of him, and
She like doesn't even notice because she's too horrified watching this man rip his face off.
A lot of things happened.
Yeah.
yeah, that's probably right when that's happening. Yeah, Sam is going to get up and look around. Sorry, I just need to check something really quick. What's that?
While that's happening, I'm gonna kind of conspiratorially take a step towards you, and Joe River is gonna say, I don't mean to alarm you, but I think we're turning into fish people. Also, Joe River is not wet like the rest of you.
He's not wet.
I would just like to say that you're all horrifying, and I really want to go home. This has been the worst possible day for me.
What are you gonna do, Sam?
Let's go home.
Great. Also, the giant sand cat, the monster, right?
I definitely saw it.
Okay. And are you like half fish person? Or are you secretly all fish? But is that rude to ask? I don't want to be rude. I'm a fan of the show, you know.
Are you really Jesse Cooper?
Yes. Yes.
I'm rolling an
am
insight
Jesse
check on it.
Go for it.
Grab my dice.
Yes.
Yep.
I don't is this the real Jesse Cooper, or is this a fishman imposter
Grab my dice.
sent by the Canadian government?
Canadian spy.
Ah, not Canada.
16 from Wall.
That was Robert. Grab his dice.
Alex, I'm gonna text you.
This touching each other. They should be touching.
Nat 20.
Alex, check your phone.
Start wrong.
I'm muted. Did you guys hear me?
No, you're good.
Yeah, we could do.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I didn't hear what you said. Like, my headphones were on.
He didn't say anything.
Okay, good.
Jesse, what do you say to him after he asks if you're Jesse Cooper?
Of course I'm Jesse Cooper. What would make you think I'm not?
You have no inkling that he's lying.
Sam's eyes are just like kind of piercing as he, regards you for a moment, and then it kind of snorts, turns away, like starts striding down the beach, probably in the opposite direction,
Oh, wait, where are you going? Wait, said I've been
looking for a source of water. If we don't find water, we're gonna I'll die of thirst before anything else happens.
But we're in water.
Tadashi, with your passive perception, you notice that something is starting to come out of the ocean in the general direction that you were.
Wolf, there's something coming. Words. There's something coming out of the water over there.
No retakes. Tadashi just went, where?
Yeah.
There's a good chance I'm still in the water up to my ankles because I was just there fighting.
Oh, you could have already. You would have got out of the water after the fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I feel like I might still be close to it, but I want to try.
You are closest to it, though.
What's the commotion?
So as you are all attention's paid over to the ocean, you see it looks like a gray figure starts to like wade itself out of the water. As it comes, you see the top of its head. It's like smooth, like dull gray, like a blob, and it starts to come out of the waterline more and more, and it's a blobfish. And as the blobfish starts to walk up to the beach, it looks kind of quizzical. It only gets like eyes first and like looks around, and then starts finishing its way up. And it will start to the disguise it was using starts to disintegrate all around it, almost as if like she peels herself out of it. And you see the girl there. She has a white mask that looks kind of similar, except for it has cat ears and it has cat whiskers here. And she starts pulling herself out of the water, and she says, "Oh, I thought you guys would be gone by now."
Hey.
Hello.
It's you. Where'd you get that mask?
Like, I got all my things. I earned them.
Okay, I was gonna say I can't really hear you cut out there.
Oh, sorry. Like, I got all my things. I've earned them.
Okay. Just never know.
Look at. Is there anything to look at in the crater?
Give me an investigation check.
And you said she's like a teenager, right?
She,
Anyone?
you could give me she's very like disguised, her very covered, so you can give me a perception check on her, like her whole vibe. What was it, Nick?
21.
21. Sorry, I'm gonna say it like Drake every time I hear it. So you go through it and you don't really find anything different. It just looks like a bunch of sand, unfortunately, and yeah, there's really nothing there.
There's not even like the gem or anything. Like there's no proof that this was alive.
No.
Okay.
I got 19 perception, but
Judging by the cadence of her voice and like stature, she is probably somewhere between 15 and 20.
Okay. But I'll poke my head up from the crater and I'll say, how many of us are fish people?
I would also like to know.
Sam rolls his eyes.
Well, I'm not fish people. Fish people live in the shallows. Look, okay, I'm sorry. You guys probably been through a lot, and I'm just really busy. But I'm done with all my stuff. I could answer some questions that you guys have, but I do have somewhere to be. I do suggest that you guys head up the coastline. There's a town, probably one, you'll have to camp one time to get there, but it is the closest town. It's called Noraneko. There's a guy there who builds boats. I'm sure he'll get you off the island or whatever you want to do.
I want to ask.
Yeah.
Did you see any other survivors? We were... Back up. Our ship blew up. What do you know about this? Do you know anything about this? Are there other survivors?
I don't know anything about that. I had to go deal with the Lion King fish, and you guys happened to be there. I didn't expect you guys at all.
Are we still in
Anything
America?
else there?
I didn't see anyone, and I'm not sure what America is.
You don't. She doesn't know what America
Yes,
is.
it is. How can you not know what America is?
I guess I'm not from that area.
Dead?
Are we in Canada?
No, if you were dead, I'd be able to. I'd still be able to see you, but it'd be harder.
What?
Well, spirits on this island are pretty active.
What is this island?
Welcome to Obojima. It's an island.
What?
It's my home.
Where?
There's crazy shit happening all the time. You've already met one. You already met
To me,
You've already met a spirit. So you're gonna meet
does
more.
that sound familiar to me at all? Like, have I heard of this island before?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no rule necessary. You've never heard this island before.
Have you ever left this island?
You would be the closest to Sam. I'm sorry, what was that,
I'm
Nick?
just gonna kind of grab your sleeve, hug it.
Have you ever left this island?
I've been in the ocean a few times. I never, like... Well, I can't really, like, leave, but it's not, like, voodoo magic stopping me. It's, a job. Employment is stopping me from leaving.
What do you work for? What do you do? Well, we need answers.
I think we're good there.
Why
don't
did you
stress.
risk yourselves to brush us out?
She looks at you and her cat's back kind of turns. I felt bad for you. I'm lucky it didn't mess with the deal. But no point worrying about what could have happened, right?
You're right.
I guess so.
Anyway, so the town's that way, and
Wait.
you guys will...
We were captured by talking fish. We're now on an island. You're telling us to go to a town on this island. We don't know where we're at, how long it's been, who, what, where, when, why. Could we maybe slow down, talk a little bit? I'm sure whoever you're working for will understand the delay.
Sure. Actually, roll me a persuasion check.
Nine.
Plus what?
That's what.
Oh.
It was a 3.
She's like, you're like, I'm sure you're lovely people, but I'll walk with you for like 10 minutes till I get to the edge of the forest here, and then I'm going east, but you guys got to go north.
I'm sure we'll be able to find our way to the village.
I'm sure you will. The shipbuilder's name is Derek.
And what's your name?
You can call me Cat.
So just go find the shipbuilder and tell him that Cat sent us.
Well, why not?
Well, sounds easy enough. Let's go. Don't want to waste any more time with this.
Just Aaron cackling in the background.
By chance, have you seen a little nerd named Wendell?
She actually, like, you hear her kind of chuckle at that. She's like, no, I haven't seen any little nerds lately.
Well, it was worth a try.
And she'll walk with you.
Sorry, my laptop like unplugged itself somehow, so I'm just dealing with that right now.
Yeah. So she's gonna walk with you guys. It'll take like 10 minutes. If you guys wanted to have more questions, that's silly.
I wanted to actually change out of the leather armor that I'm wearing into my skin.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I had a question out of game for Billy.
Yeah.
All of this, like, like the armor and weapons and whatnot, like, did we all have that stuff on our own, or was this stuff that, like, just kind of somehow like
You just found yours. This isn't like your grandpa's armor.
Cool.
Yeah,
I wanted to.
absolutely. You found it and was like, oh, this is better than this.
Is it like, are we in actual armor, or is it like, period stuff? Like for me, I have leather armor. I'm imagining it's just the courier outfit, like the armored vault suits, where I just have like a big leather pauldron.
Yeah, that I was
or whatever.
I was thinking
Belts.
the same thing. Like you are just like if Nomura from Kingdom Hearts, the art director, made a mailman where he's just adding belts and and little like leather straps.
Right.
But yeah,
I don't know.
Was mine like fish person armor, or was it like looted but from like clearly some other people's?
looted. Yeah,
Okay.
it looks like it would be from an island like culture because it breathes really well, but it doesn't lose any of its statuses.
Tadashi's gonna pop out of her fugue state that she's been in the whole time that you guys have been walking, I guess, at the point. And then be like, did anybody else find that girl odd? She seemed odd, right?
She's still with us.
I'm right here.
Oh. Hi.
That's fine.
Sorry.
That's fine. You're not from here. I can't really hold it against you. It's
You said something about a deal. What was that? What deal?
I was trying to trade something for the Lion King fish.
Trade what?
His soul.
Okay, but like what were you trying to trade for?
I just told you.
But why do you want his soul?
Because I eat them.
Are you one of those Jehovah's Witnesses?
I have never heard of this witch Jehovah. I'm sure she's wonderful.
A strange culture.
And she will
That's here.
kind of try to walk faster than you, so she doesn't have to answer any more of those specific questions.
How do you feel about God?
Look, he's not concerned about our souls.
I'll make a grudge campaign for me and Aaron soon.
Yeah.
It leather armor will be plaid shirts tied around the waist.
Yes. Correct.
So
As we're
Jesse, how
along,
injured?
Sam is going to go ahead and produce from his own personal things a small sprig of mistletoe, and he
Hey, I have one of
holds it.
those.
He holds it close to his heart for a moment and whispers something, and then holds open his hand, and he has 10 berries, and he's going to hand them out to you.
getting ahead of it.
You.
I was
He'll give.
I was finally gonna force Robert to deal with hunger, and he good berries my ass.
Get so you for making us track ratchets.
Sorry that I take a good spell for that.
Uh-huh.
I took utility spells. That's how I roll.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So yeah, I give each of you 2 of these berries, and I explain it'll heal minor, fix your cuts and scrapes, nothing too serious though, and it'll keep you fed.
Thank you.
Magic only works for a day.
Just
Speaking of,
trepidatiously
Yeah.
one.
Jesse, how hurt are you?
very.
So actually, you know what?
I have
Is anyone any of you still hurt? Is it just him?
I have 4 damage.
I could. You guys could have
I'll give
during
my
this
extra
conversation.
Jesse.
During this conversation, you guys could take a short rest. It's totally fine.
Sure. Well, I'll give
How much
You'll need the berries. though.
you
you best?
one. So I'm gonna give
Heals.
my extra one to Jesse, so he's got 3 berries. So that'll heal you 3 hit points.
I do have Song of Rest.
So yeah, that'll give us an extra hit die when we rest. But if we all spend less hit dice, the better.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay, so
I regain
we're gonna
3 then.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Jesse, you are getting 3 hit points. So we're doing something called a short rest. So on your sheet, you'll see something underneath where your health is called hit die, and that's where we wrote 3d8. You could use those d8s as like a pool to spend on short rests to regain health, and then when you take long rest, you get most of them back. So it's like it's like a in between heal that you have to spend an hour to chill at. But you,
Is she gonna wait with us, or is she taking off when we?
she's gonna take off while you short rest.
And how
Yeah.
much does Song of Rest give us?
An
It
additional
gives you an
d6.
extra- Yeah, sorry.
You're fine. When you roll your hit die, Jesse, I forgot your name. I was like, when you roll your hit die, you can add your Constitution modifier to each one of those. It's a lot of information, but you don't have a ton of hit health, so it's going to be really easy.
Actually bad.
Yeah, I am. My max is 23, and I'm now minus 12 on that, so I'm still pretty.
Okay, so
Okay.
roll one of your.
Song of Rest and my 2 hit die put me exactly.
How many hit die did you use, Jesse?
I'm only. I haven't even done it yet.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Okay. So you can do them one at a time. All right.
Yeah, you
so you add your Constitution modifier to the 1.
Mhm.
That was your D6, right?
No, he is an 8.
Oh, he's a D8. Yeah. So D8. Yeah. So
What is my Constitution modifier is a 12 plus 1.
So you'll add 1 to it.
so that's 2.
Okay.
And then you get to add a D6 to that from your Song of Rest.
Yep.
Three.
Okay. So that puts you at 5. And now you can keep rolling more D8s if you want to, but each D8 you roll is going to subtract from the 3 you've got. So you spent 1 already, or 2.
Before you do that, since you're the most hurt, Joe will come up to you and like covertly get your attention. Mr. Cooper. Mr. Cooper.
What?
And I'll pull out, like, it's just wrapped in like butcher paper, but it's like a green hand, like fist-sized lump of what looks like maybe wax candy or something.
What is this?
I look at you, and you don't need to roll. I'm lying, and I just go, candy.
Listen, usually Wendell will taste test everything for me. I'm not sure I feel comfortable taking your lump, your candy.
I will take a teeny pinch and like put it in my mouth.
Let's give it a few minutes to see how you.
Okay, I leave it with you. It has a very pleasant smell to it.
Nick, can you roll me a sleight of hand check to hand that over to him? And yeah, it smells like hella good, like
Oh,
melon.
You
and
were
lavender.
trying to be discreet about this, right, Nick?
Yeah, 22.
Yeah. Okay. That I don't notice.
So what kind of good smell is it? Like citrus or baked goods?
Specifically, it smells like melon and lavender.
Nah, see, I don't like lavender.
But it smells like candy. It smells like candy.
The intent is to be alluring. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Do you have this in butterscotch?
Yeah.
Let me check.
Ew.
Peppermint. Is it organic? Wendell.
Is this soy based?
We're on.
Okay, well, I'll keep it, and I give it a little smell, like, not bad. And then I'm just gonna hold on to it. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I don't know what this is, and he said it's candy, and I know he's lying because he said it weird or what.
I just like I just didn't even acknowledge the question, basically. Like there was, I didn't even try to see if it's candy. I was like,
Okay.
He could have gave you like a leaf off the ground and said it with the exact same cadence. Yeah, it's candy.
Like we both know, Mr. Cooper, that it's not candy, but you can eat it.
But you should eat it.
Okay. I'll take a bite. Okay. And I'll just kind of like pick at it as we walk, if we're walking again.
Yeah.
All right, you heal 1d6.
Hell yeah, I do.
It tastes good if you like melon and lavender.
There you go.
Sick.
He did make it weird from second one.
So, how much are you still down?
I'm only -4 now, so I'm at 19.
Right, so you might not want to roll another hit dice. You might want to save it in case we want to.
It's only -4.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world.
You've got healing spells too. So if you get smacked.
I realize though that I'm tired of walking. I know I've just had a good little rest and eaten some tasty num-nums, but I'm kind of tired of walking. I was thinking of using a summoned vehicle.
Yeah.
I don't think it's big enough for everyone.
No.
And I feel like I'm the kind of guy who might just summon a vehicle and say, I'll meet you there.
So are you casting summon vehicle?
I am casting summoned vehicles.
So what does it look like when you summon this? It is going to be a bicycle.
A bicycle, not a motorcycle.
No. It'll be like a beach cruiser.
Okay, well, I was gonna ask, are we still in very sandy?
Yep. Well, you're walking along the beach, but no sane person would be walking on the sand on the beach. They'd be walking on the solid ground.
Okay, well, before I actually summon a vehicle, let me do a perception check of my surroundings. Is this rocky? Are we looking like little dirt paths? Like, am I gonna have an easy time riding a bike through this thing?
You're looking at like grasslands that are pretty low. If you summoned your vehicle, you would be able to just be fine. You're not gonna. It doesn't look like you're about to hit like a rocky path or a mountain or anything. You're just kind of going through grassland that's next to a coast.
I'll save it. Never mind. Sorry.
It's beautiful though. I love how they're like, I just don't want to walk.
Yeah.
I just don't want to fucking walk. So
let me ask everyone. Let me take a consensus because maybe one of us should go ahead. I just don't want to do it and make things awkward, and we all show up at the same boat builder's house or whatever.
So
I think we should split up. What if there are more of those fish people, or they're trying to come after us?
What if there are more of those sand monsters? I want to get away from the beach.
Well, right, that's only going to help one of us. If we split up, we're going to be weaker. We need to stick together and cover each other's backs.
Are you trying to get away from us because you are a fish person?
He's not a fish
I'm
person.
not a fish person. And no, that's not what a fish person would say.
Inside check.
When we were resting, I would have asked Tadashi to help me into my medium.
okay, yeah.
She happily accepts. She's like, yes, of course.
Alex, you don't play D&D, but there is a cardinal rule. Do not split the party.
Well,
We're teaching you this. You're learning and growing with us. But splitting the party is giving me an open invite to murk your ass.
we love it.
Yeah.
Yes. Don't split the party. Don't split the
I will say, sometimes when I DM, I do feel pretty strongly that is not you can't always follow that rule. There will be consequences if you're just all like, well, yeah, we're going to all move together from, Just be in mind, it's a story that we're all telling. You want to be mindful of. Do we really want an A plot and a B plot?
Listen, I'll hang with the homies. Forget I mentioned.
He's not trying to hide anything or anything.
Tadashi's she's keeping one eye on Jesse Cooper. She's still like
Jesse's
75.
probably walking like at a distance between a bit away from everybody.
As we're all walking, you probably all become immediately aware of just how Sam does not seem phased by this terrain or like being out in the wild at all. Like he's just totally in his element. Like he's probably seemed a lot more awkward on the ship than he does now. Like
As we're going forward, the sun is starting to set, and you guys are exhausted. You were unconscious for at least a good long time, and you don't know what time it was when the ship exploded, and you guys were in a fight. Alex might have a concussion, and it's getting... Sam, you turn around and you see the whole group starting to lose energy. You could probably most likely keep going, but everyone
Is he backlit by sunset right now?
Every time you look at Sam, only you look at Sam, he's backlit by sunset with a breeze.
Yeah. Smart.
Even though we're going north.
Yep,
Every time you turn around,
you are
she's just
going north.
we should stop here. We should get some rest
yeah,
tomorrow.
what a great idea. You're so smart.
So we're setting up camps. I'm gonna let Sam run in this one. So let's do a survival check to get everything all safe in a good spot and all that good stuff.
Tadashi, see if you can find kindling.
Whatever you say. She's rolling her bedroll out right next to your bedroll. I'll help him look for kindling. I'll go look for kindling.
When you roll your bedroll out, because you got it with all your equipment, it makes this sloppy wet sound as it is totally logged with salt water, as it was totally submerged. And that's about the time when Sam checks his pocket for his cigarettes.
He is so like as he pulls up the squishy pack, he's just like that vein during the fight like pulses for a moment, and like rage just like splashes over his face, but he just like crushes the pack and throws it down under his boot. Joe, Jesse, start cutting down fronds or something we can use to make a bit of a shelter. I'm trying to get a fire started. He goes, yeah. Sam himself starts going out to find wood for the fire.
Okie dokie.
Sure.
Good use.
Awesome. Let's do survival check with Sam to get everything set. We'll have a survival check with Aaron to get supplies, and we'll have either Jesse or either Joe roll a survival with advantage to help get other supplies to build like a lean-to.
I got a 12.
Okay. You definitely got enough wood to burn through one night.
What's your survival?
Mine?
Oh, no,
I
Jesse.
got a 13 for building the fire.
Totally good.
You're better than me.
I got a 14.
14?
Is that with advantage?
Yeah, did you roll twice?
Yeah. Cool.
Oh, I did not roll twice.
Yeah, roll twice when you have advantage. And then take the better one.
Yeah, 14.
Yeah, everything's coming together. You have your pawn fronds. You're able to use some kind of other large piece on the landscape to use the pawn fronds to keep the sun off you. And the ideal... Actually, you go ahead and tell me how the camp's built. You paint me the fantasy.
I mean, you were doing it pretty well there.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, depending on, is there like bamboo and stuff, or what's the
No bamboo. It's very it's,
palms and
yeah. It's like Florida beach type of stuff where there's definitely palm trees. The ground has very little on it, just like small vegetation, grass. There's tons of like really healthy grass, even though it should be more like coastal plants. It is just like picturesque, soft, 3-inch tall grass that just like kind of goes off into to different little parts of the landscape. Forests that you see north, forests that you see south, and then if you look out way over to the east, that you can see like the meadow that extends up into a large set of mountains. And you're able to find it for like a large landscape piece to put everything against. You'll find a large rock that just happens to be perfectly put, moss growing on it. The sun has heated it all day, so it's kind of warm to the touch at the beginning, and you are kind of comfortable.
Cool.
It's kind of nice.
Then yeah, we've got like probably like a couple of downed palm trees that we've dragged over to set up, that we like have, you know, the fronds then hanging off of to make like, you know, little kind of V-shaped coverage in certain spots, but there's a big opening in the middle. We've got the fire. Smoke just goes straight out of it.
Sweet. Night is come, and are we going to bed, or are we going to do any kind of security measures?
Sam's definitely staying up. Yeah.
Tadashi will try to stay up with that. She probably.
I'll offer to sleep in shifts.
Sam will take you up on that.
All right. How are we doing shift for everybody, or we want to give one person in the whole night?
2 shifts in it.
2 per shift?
Yeah.
And then just sleep in a little bit? That's really good. Okay, so we're gonna do sounds like Sam and Tadashi spoke first, so we'll do Sam and Tadashi, and then we'll do Joe and Cooper next. Joe and Cooper lay down. You guys have your bedrolls out, and they're probably kind of just set up on large sticks around the fire in like an effort to dry out. And you guys make your little spots and let the night kind of take you. And I would like my 2 awakers to roll perception checks as you guys sit underneath the starry sky. As
So bad, 8. I'm watching him.
I got 18.
nice.
He is trying to ignore her.
She's like, just like,
He'll occasionally, like, you know, be like, he's like looking at her or whatever, he'll like glance back at her and be like, like adjust and, you know, move a few feet over.
Like when prey have their like sixth sense that something is like hunting them, and you're like,
yeah. She's so unaware. And occasionally she's gonna try and make the most awkward small talk. Just like, so where are you from originally? I'm from upstate New York. You ever been there?
No. I mean, I was there when we left on the boat.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But no, that was my first time.
Cool. So, it's what it is. New York. What do you think? Do you have any, you know, like sibling? Or significant others? Anything like that? She's just like twirling her ponytail around in her fingers.
My family's dead.
Oh.
I'm completely alone.
Not anymore. You're with us now.
what was that, Jesse?
How is sleep out?
You guys are totally out.
Oh, yeah, Sam would definitely not have said that if he
Yeah.
thought everyone was awake.
Yeah. I was gonna say, did they just start dropping the, you know, talking while we were like just barely falling asleep?
No, this is about midway through their shift.
Okay.
Sorry. That?
It's not your fault.
It's just me and my... Well, feels like it's me and my brother sometimes. But he acts like he's my father. It's very annoying.
At least you still have a brother.
That's true. Well, I had a brother. He's not here, so who knows if he even survived?
You'll find him.
Starting to be less convinced about that.
Time goes by quicker when you're talking, and it's a small comfort that Sam's not really used to, and probably whether he realizes it or not. But the time of the shift ends, and he switches you guys up, and you guys waking up part 2, and both Jesse and Joe are now up at like midnight, sitting, watching, looking out. Can I get perception checks from my 2 boys?
$16.
13.
You guys are sitting around the campfire on this strange island, trying to just like absorb the last few minutes. It's very traumatic, but there's no time to really process trauma right now. There's just way too much you need to do. I mean, Jesse, you have a job to do. You're supposed to be somewhere in 2 days, and that just doesn't look like that's going to happen.
Right. I should have been meeting with the president.
Should have already met. Could have been your best show ever.
If only Wendell had been there to keep me aboard the ship.
Starting to think.
What's your story, buddy?
You look over at Joe, and he's got the other wax glob that he's like taking a bite out of. I'm just a mail carrier, really. I know we had to have a whole speech and stuff for it, but you know, that's kind of all I do. I should get things where they need to go.
Respectable. Okay. Yeah, I respect that. My grandpa was in the Pony Express, so I'm all for it.
Really? And he like sits up.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know too much. I just know he was. I'm not super close with any of my family per se, but yeah, it's something that my parents mentioned. So you know, it's a respectable profession, son.
Did he make any cool deliveries?
I genuinely, I don't know. I'm sure there's a journal or whatever, a diary out there I could find, but no, I'm not too sure. He ended up somewhere in Oregon and just lived out his days there. So don't know too much about it.
Nick, how close to Mr. Cooper are you right now? Like, were you guys sitting across the campfire?
I think on opposite sides.
Opposite sides, yeah. Okay.
Do we have a fire? Do we start a fire?
Yeah, there's a fire in the center.
Okay, I thought so. Okay.
This answers your question. That question, Billy, far enough away. And I'll say, Mr. Cooper, you should tell some of those stories on your program. I think people would really enjoy it. People like me, at least. Hardworking couriers and stuff like that. You know?
Yeah, I really do. You're right. I should be looking out for my male courier audience.
I bet you get a lot of letters, Mr. Cooper.
That I do. And without people like you, I wouldn't be able to read letters from my adoring fans, also like you. So you're absolutely right. And you know, I think you're right. Maybe I could go, once we're off this godforsaken island and back to our normal lives, I'll have to find some old journals and maybe recreate some stories and add a little bit of my own personal flair to them. Nothing wrong with reaching a new demographic.
Joe nods excitedly and then looks down and goes, "Can I put on one of those masks?"
Sorry, no. They are very precious to me. I'm just gonna keep them here.
Okay.
Thanks for asking, I guess. We're gonna sit in silence.
Yeah. You sit in silence as Joe eats his mystery candy
I'm just
glob.
staring at the mask.
Staring at your mask. You're probably clutching it to your chest, trying to just pretend it's...
Is only the one visible, or is it like obvious that you have the other one?
Right now it's in a briefcase.
Yeah, it's in a briefcase. So
Okay.
I did want to thank you for the glob. I did eat it while we were walking. Thank you. It made me feel much better.
No problem. It's like a it's my mom's recipe.
Yeah, I don't have anything that good.
The morning comes, and the rest of the party is awoken, and a new day is started, and you guys are able to start your hike back up, and you guys are going to head to where you think a town is. And let's have Sam roll a survival check to see how expedient we are able to get there.
Everybody remembers, since we took a long rest, you get half your hit dice back.
And Jesse, you are no longer exhausted.
And we're all fully healed anyway.
And fully healed.
And you have any spells you used?
I got an 18 on my survival check.
Perfect.
You know what? We should start over, actually.
Yeah, start over.
Like on the ship.
Oh my god.
I'll play Wendell this time.
Oh, jeez, boss. Oh.
Maybe the president.
If you play...
Oh, by the way, with the Marty McFly's dad in there.
Yeah.
That shit got me.
Oh my god. I forgot how bad Marty McFly's dad was, man. Holy shit.
But you all, you got it.
Yeah, but I forgot how, really, almost offensive they made Marty McFly's dad a nerd. It's almost racism with how much of a nerd they made him.
That is racism. There's why it's stereotyped like that.
Yeah, 100%.
You Marty McFly looking at us? Whoa, hey man.
Whoa. Tone it down. There's children here.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so we are making our way up.
Can't say that is our word.
We're headed over the coast, and you guys are making very good time. Eventually, after about 2.5 hours or so, you start to see Sam in the distance. You start to see the tops of buildings, as you realize that as you guys were moving, you were slowly going up of incline, and then you are realizing that the incline is going to be dropping soon. As you guys head forward and get to the top of this large hill that you find yourself, you look down and you see a large town that has a bunch of different buildings made of wood. You see that the water comes from a different direction. It comes into the town and pushes out into the sea. We see that connected to the town and the ocean, you see docks. And you see places where boats would come. Looking out, you don't see any boats. So you guys are cresting this hill, and you guys are starting to walk into this town. Do you guys continue to walk in?
No.
No?
No.
Fuck you, Billy.
Oh, derail me, motherfucker. Where you want to go?
Guys,
Big
honestly, I think we should go scour
Big
the beach
mountain.
for survivors.
What the?
That is an option.
Bring us Wendell.
I mean, I'd be interested in doing that.
Billy, which side are we coming from? This is our view from the top of the hill, basically.
No, this is
You said we're at the top right?
bottom left.
Or bottom left, sorry.
Yeah.
Um,
I should have made the map from your ankle, but
we were taken captive. If anyone survived the wreck, there's a good chance they would have come here first, or someone would have found them. So hopefully we can find someone here, but maybe we either rent a boat, some nets, or something. We can try to actually put together a rescue effort.
You guys have a name weird that there are no boats?
Are there boats, or is that just the? Is it literally what we're saying? There are no boats or anything?
There are no boats.
Okay, that is weird.
You do from this angle see where on the bottom left of the town, you see those cranes. You would know that as a place that would be where they would drop new boats. So looking for a... You could give me a perception check, actually, from here if you like, to see if you see any specific landmarks that might be interesting.
20.
So 20, you do see that crane. It looks like there is a beginnings of a boat that's being held up on some kind of hoist. You see a really large, almost cathedral-like building way up to the farthest point north. And you see to the right side of the town, you see lots of tiny little like clusters of farmland, and you see livestock. Looks like sheep. And you smell town smells. You smell food, but you don't smell industrial town smells like you're probably used to. You don't smell smog. You don't smell like gas. It kind of smells like smoke and like farm stock. So poop. That's it. That's nice for poop. It smells like the California State Fair up in this bitch.
Damn. The rich smell of the
Wreck.
Roll for Booty goes hard on the California State Fair. Shots fired. It made me puke on the tilt-a-whirl.
Thank you to go much now.
All right, you guys start making your way into the town.
Making my way downtown.
Making my way downtown. As you guys walk, you guys hit
Yes,
the.
walking fast.
Yes, thank you. I can't remember the rest of the word. The song. I just know you're homebound.
This is pass, and I'm homebound.
Oh, and I missed you.
Fishy.
Steven. Go ahead.
As you guys breach into the town, the grassland that you're used to walking on is quickly switched into cobblestone. This place is cobblestone the fuck out. All these nice, cute little wooden houses are rarely 2 stories, except for the ones that are, and they stand out. They're like places of something for sure. The first one that you see is a large building where you saw the boat. You see a large L-shaped building close to where their docks are, and then you see little like trees kind of scattered around inside the town, with like pink and white blossoms coupled with like these oak trees that kind of have like a red burgundy bark color. They're taken care of very well. They have like little stones placed all around it, and the streets are not crowded, but there are some people who walking by. They have very coastal chic kind of clothes wearing. It's very like farmer peasant, but light and breezy. A lot of try not to say dress, but it's a lot of like poncho type of stuff, one pieces and different colors knitted into it. Everything looks very homemade. They
look poor.
they look poor.
Island folk.
Poor island people.
Why,
A lot-
why am I just?
A lot of words to say poor, Billy.
I keep picturing the dad from Luca.
A little bit, yeah. It's very Luca. There's an Italian
Okay.
feel to it. Yeah.
So yeah, I would say they do have a lighthouse. Yeah, they do look that advanced.
Yeah. They look that advanced. They don't look like they have like electricity per se. But they might. You haven't seen any kind of like power plants. You don't see power lines, but you see lights in houses and stuff like that. It's very weird. It's like a mix of what you would find in the middle of absolutely nowhere and kind of somewhere close to something you've been. And yeah, you guys are just looking around in the town.
I wanted to ask, the money that we had from our character creation,
Yes.
is that money that we found when we found our stuff in the do we have money from our world or do we have gold pieces? I guess what I'm trying to ask.
So you have money from your world, and in whatever domination that your character would have, and then the gold that you had left over from your background and all your character creation would be stuff that you found grabbing all that stuff and getting the hell out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you did, as you pulled out this stuff, found little tiny, like, pressed pieces of metal and gold kind of texture.
Are these stamped? Is there a face on them?
Looks like there is a maple leaf stamped on all of them. Canada.
But also, thank God I'm still rich.
Jeez.
Yeah, what do you guys want to do?
Are people paying attention? Note of us? We're walking.
Kind of. They're not like jaw dropping, but they're like seeing you and just kind of keeping an eye on you as like a newcomer. But they're not like, oh, people came. Like, no one's come in 20 years. But they are noticing you.
Can I like start trying to like, as I pass them, just be like, have you seen a man who looks like me, but he's wearing a blue sort of robe with like big pants, me but a little bit taller. And just as we're walking, trying to ask if anyone's seen my brother.
A lot of them are kind of just like no, kind of like off put at the emergency that you're putting behind your voice, and you kind of like I don't want to get involved in this.
Does anyone actually say anything?
It's a lot of oh, sorry.
Okay, no, but they do speak English.
Yes.
Okay.
And they look like regular people, not fish people.
They look like regular people, not fish people. And
They're all human.
they're all human.
Okay.
Eventually, give me a persuasion check to see if someone will respond to this frantic kind of.
11. Go.
11's fine. I mean, you need help. So eventually, you'll get to a person who is dressed nicer, more like you would put it regal. They have like a almost like a button-up top shirt with really large wooden buttons that are like dome-shaped and really taken care of really well. It is a lady. She has like a kind of like a pixie cut, dark hair, and she's like, "Oh, are you okay? Are you okay? You're kind of just breathe."
Finally, someone's
fine.
looks like they actually know what's going on here.
Oh, well, I'd like to think I know what's going on here. I mean,
Thank you. You look very
I thank you. I am. I work really hard. It's so nice. Oh my God, you guys are so fun.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Pet, we were in a bit of a boat explosion. Our boat sort of boom, and I was thrown free of the boat, of course, but I can't seem to find my brother.
Okay, so she'll just take all that in, and that's absolutely a lot. It's not the first time, but you know it's a lot, and boats have been having a hard time out there. We've had a lot of raids and attacks ourselves, so it's not surprising. But you guys definitely, you guys should come to the town hall maybe later tonight. Maybe we can do something for you guys. You're also
Yeah, this was more than a hard time. This was explosives on our ship.
What did you mean by it's not the first time?
well we've had outsiders come. Usually their ship docks here when they were supposed to be somewhere else. Sometimes their ship gets pushed in and they have to figure out a new life on the island, and typically it happens I've heard it happens more on the west side. I heard it happens more on the east side of the island, but yeah, it's not unheard of. I mean,
Can the people who come here never leave?
I'm sure some of them left.
Okay, it just kind of seemed like those people had stayed here forever.
I mean, some of them have.
Oh,
Are you one of those people?
No, I was born here. You guys look a little freaked out on what I said. I'm sure if you go see the ship crafter, I'm sure he can get you guys a vessel, and it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, what was his name again? I've already forgot.
It was Derek.
it was Derek.
Yes, Derek and his lovely wife Amanda. They build ships, and I'm sure if you helped with labor and told them that you're supposed to go home, he's a nice man. I'm sure it'll all work out. And if you need anything else, you can find me at the town hall. I'm the assistant there. I assist all the elders who run the town.
Okay.
So useful.
Thank you. Okay, well, good luck with all of that. And she's gonna start walking away and start heading to the town hall.
Bunch of weirdos. Step.
Tadashi looks panicked.
This seems like a far too common occurrence. There was no urgency in anything that person said.
No, she acted like this happens every day.
She's on island time, baby.
She's on island time, is all you said? Fair enough. Well,
So much for getting together a real search party.
yeah. Should we go to the town hall or should we go to the shipmaker?
Sounds like the shipmaker we could probably talk to now. Town hall's happening.
Right. Good call.
Well,
I vote we go to the shipmaker.
I'm fine with that. I think we should get a ship made if we find our families and our friends. She should be ready to go.
The sooner we start, the sooner we can leave.
Found all this gold from those fish people. Maybe it's worth something.
Yeah, I don't intend on helping with labor. I thought we could maybe just pay this guy.
I found quite a bit of that stuff. I hold up a big bag.
We also have swords. If we needed to persuade. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy.
Jesse's got places to be, though.
Yeah, I'm not the protagonist. You know. Shut up, Billy. Okay, let's keep going.
They've all read what the bard can do, dude.
Yeah, let's get the hell out of here.
So you
Go sing ourselves a ship. It's just,
so you guys head.
Human vehicle, man.
Yeah.
Tiny little raft. Like,
hell yeah.
little paddle boat.
It's one of those swans.
Like the swans.
Yeah.
You have to battle with your figure.
Yeah.
Head to London, everybody.
To summon vehicle, then goodbye as he moves a mile per hour.
You guys solve the hidden mystery of the island, and he's still on the coastline, like battling a bad wave. Like
You find me dead and all dehydrated. It's dried up after the adventure's over.
Oh, when you die, the vehicle disappears, so you'll just be in the ocean. So you guys head over to the shipmaker. As you guys are walking down the street, our passive perception from both Sam and our Tadashi both pick up a sound, and it sounds like crying. It sounds like sobbing. It sounds like sobbing. And it's like,
Is anybody else?
It's not accompanied, but it sounds of violence, is it?
no.
Okay. But it ain't none of my business.
That you're about to say it's about to be.
That's about to be.
We should take a real weird left turn and take this town over, actually.
Welcome to D&D, Alex. You either become the bad guy or you become farmers. That's how it works. So as you guys are getting closer to
See yourself do both.
as you guys get closer to the boathouse, the crying is louder, and it sounds like it's coming.
Hear that crying?
Does it sound like an adult crying?
It sounds like
a woman, baby?
it sounds like
Bitch.
it sounds like an adult man sobbing.
Bitch.
Could it be?
It's Wendell.
Oh, that sounds like Wendell to me.
Honestly,
Quickly run.
you guys, with the newfound hope in your step, just sprint to the
Fucking door off its head.
Wendell, is that you?
You guys get to the door. Are you kicking the door open?
No.
Okay, so you knock. I'm assuming. As you guys get to the
Cease your bitch crying and let us in.
What are we, vampires?
Yeah, could you invite me in, please?
I'm gonna come insult you till you give me a boat. Let me in, please. I'd like some tea.
I cast vicious mockery on the door.
So you knock on the door, and as your knock rings through this building, the sobbing kind of like settles, but it's like deep, like almost like hyperthermic, like.
I cast transparency on myself.
So we can see through your skin now?
I forgot what transparency does.
Oh my god, he's got 2 livers.
That's how he drinks so much.
I thought transparency was an item, but I could be wrong. They changed the spells. They probably added more ones too.
Is this an Obojima spell?
Yeah. Task transparency. With a reaction, you temporarily become invisible. Okay, so Alex, you can do this, but it will only last for a round, which is 6 seconds.
It only lasts 6 seconds?
Yeah, invisibility is the spell that lasts for a longer time. It's a reaction to when you almost
It's
get
useful in
caught.
combat, or when someone's about to see you.
Yeah, when you're about to get caught, you can ink, basically.
Well, do you want to know why I was going to use it? Because
Of course they do.
6 seconds isn't enough. Well, I was going to see if it was Wendell, I was going to be invisible, which apparently this is not that. See how he reacted to news of me being dead or something. Be like, what the fuck, Wendell?
I love where your heart is, We'll go over your spells later. You just missed. You just didn't see the duration of the spell, but I love it.
Sure, I did not.
Spells are hard. Don't worry about it. So it's okay. So when you knock on the door and the hyperventilating starts to like pick up and then kind of ease out, the door opens and a woman with a blonde, kind of matted braids, very like pirate-esque, like salt air stained. It's blonde from the sun. She's a very hard worker. Like immediately, you see her, strong, sturdy built woman. And she has a look on her face that looks just fucking over it. She's just drained and like emotionally. And she opens the door and she's like, can I, with her hand on her temple like this, like, can I help you guys? And you,
Oh, yes, excuse me. Is Derek home?
Derek is home. But he is not seeing people right now.
If you could call this a home. It was like super awkward fighting. Could we ask why, man?
It's, and then like the crying kind of like picks up and she's like it looks.
Wait, is that, you mean like she's catching it in her
No.
now, or there's someone else crying?
You hear someone else crying in the back. Yeah.
So okay.
And she's like, no, it looks like he's caught the blue.
Excuse me, the blue?
Yeah, the blue.
Sorry, man, we're not from here, if you couldn't tell by looking at us.
Oh, are you guys from like Coldwater or?
We're from America.
We're from the
Yes,
great
From America.
US of A.
Okay.
We shipwreck here, beach, sandcastle. We need new ship.
Fish people.
Okay, that was okay. Wow, you guys need help. Damn.
Yes,
Yes, please help us.
Unfortunately, Derek, I don't know what I'm gonna do with him. Like, I need him to help. Here, come in. And she'll open the door open, and as you guys walk in, you like the large building, less of a house, full of like large pieces of wood and these apparatuses that look like they're meant to bend the wood into shapes before they're glued into other pieces. And it's like a huge industrial like warehouse. Not a lot of metal equipment. It looks like it's all mostly done with hands, and there's a lot of rope that they're using to use levers. There are like metal rings and hinges and stuff, but there's nothing like automatic machine. The machine's gonna and it's not very steam industrialism. It's more like old school. And funny that Sam coughed, because you guys definitely start coughing. There's just, as soon as something moves, sawdust just kind of just gets in your face. Yeah, it's rough. And she brings you guys in, and she's like, so if you guys are new, you wouldn't really know. There's it's like a curse. I think it's a curse. They call it the blue, and we don't know how it starts. All I know is Derek got it 2 days ago, and it started out, he woke up just with no energy, and he didn't want to move, and just progressively got to today where I can't get him to stop hollering. And when we talk to him, he doesn't seem to understand why. He's just And then at the end of her sentence, you hear him just he's just that all day. So I can't help you five folks.
You guys think some vicious mockery would snap him out of it? You're muted.
Sam is going to start going through his stuff, and he pulls out a yew leaf, which he's folding carefully into like a little origami shape. And it's taking time to do this. It's going to take him about 10 minutes.
Okay.
You said you think it's a curse? What do you mean you think it's a curse?
We don't really know what it is. It's just started happening over the past year. Every now and then, somebody will just get sad. And then they're just always sad. It's different for everybody. Derek's the only one I've ever heard hollering like this.
How long does it usually last?
Everyone who's had it still has it. She kind of like stares off when she says that. Like,
When did it all start happening?
about a year ago. I don't know too much about it. If you wanted to know more about it, I'd probably go talk to an elder or something. I don't know.
I'm assuming they can be found at the town hall.
They live there. They all sleep. All of them. They all sleep in like a big chamber, and they only come out for meetings, and they're nice people, but
Little Charlie in the Chocolate Factory situation.
That was my exact thought. It's just one giant bed and they're all like split to head.
I was going to say they make like a pile of kit.
But look, I'm just about sick of this. He needs to snap out of it. We cannot function when he is like this. And if y'all can figure it out, y'all look like the adventuring type. If y'all can figure this out, get him back together. We'll get you a boat. I already got one like a quarter done. You guys can take it. But this cannot be the rest of my life, or I will snap.
I'm gonna pull everyone aside if I can, so she can't hear us, and just be like, guys, free of charge. Hear that? We could save our money for other things. That's what it sounds like to me.
Little origami in the corner. Like,
Nothing had to have happened to have caused this. We should see if anybody remembers.
Maybe he's been in a war. I've seen a lot of people like this over my time. Can we just send him
the
home?
crazies.
I don't know what happens to him after that.
dark.
It's the 30s.
I'm sure it'll be better later, right?
Yeah, we
Nothing a good lobotomy can't fix.
Give him some weed.
And
I'm gonna ask her if she has an
camera.
ice pick and a hammer.
Take your memory.
So,
Yeah,
I'm
Mr. Walker, what are you doing?
Poison and disease ritually.
I thought so. So you're gonna have to go up to a which she'll let you.
Well, sure. I mean, I can sense within 30 feet of me poisons, poisonous creatures, and diseases.
Okay.
I can identify the kind of poison, poisonous creature, and disease if I detect it. It can penetrate most barriers. It's blocked by a foot of stone, an inch of common metal, or a thin sheet of lead. It's got to be up to 3 feet of wood or dirt, so it can punch through most walls. So,
Got it. And it lasts 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Concentration.
So you guys will make your way up to Joe's room. As you're going up there, and
I live here now.
sorry. You guys open a door and Joe has moved in.
He's just sitting on a bed next to a crying man.
Smiling. It's not bad if you tune it out.
Derek, right?
Yeah, you guys head up to Derek's room. His wife will go in there and knock like, honey, strangers are coming, and just like pushes it open. She's very fed up. You'll see the back of a man as he's in bed with his blanket kind of like half over him. He's kind of like hugging a pillow. You see the back of his head. He's kind of balding pretty hard. He's a little bit older than her. Yeah. This man has no hair.
Here's where you keep your happiness.
Damn. That explains so much about my stepdad.
I hope I remember this time code to clip that. That was good. Yeah.
More like this.
Yeah.
Now this means clip it.
Clip it. God, we're so cool. So
I'm so sorry.
Sam, you do not detect any poison or disease
On this guy, he's.
and anywhere near you.
What about me?
No.
Cool. I breathe a sigh of relief.
Uh-huh.
So this is magical in nature, then?
Whatever's affecting him, it's either a curse or it's some other kind of magic, like you said. Yeah,
It's not a physical reaction to a poison or...
not some kind of sad disease, laughing disease. I've heard of laughing disease before. I thought maybe something like that.
Is it contagious? Probably not then at this point.
We don't know. We don't really know.
I mean,
Let's ask
I
the wife.
assume if it's not a disease, I assume if he's getting cursed, it's how is this curse spread? How are people getting it? Is the wife still there with us?
Yeah.
So when did he start doing this?
2 days ago.
Like 2 days ago, yeah.
Was there anything that happened?
She is gonna roll an intelligence check. Troll history. She's honey, I just forgot my name. It's like I rolled a 2 on my check to remember things. I wish I was
Why
more
is she
helpful.
vaguely southern now? What happened there?
This
Plus before.
She's put upon.
she was vaguely southern in the beginning, and now she's just vaguely southern.
She's from the southern part of the island.
Yeah, we're from the west south.
That's why we were heading north to get to it.
Magical island. The south is in the west. The first guy you talked to had a Midwestern accent, so this is gonna blow your minds.
Oh boy. Write this down.
We ostensibly walked from Wisconsin to South Carolina.
Yeah.
Basically.
So, was there something he was working on? Is there anyone he maybe was talking to?
Nothing. I can't remember a thing. Normal. We were together.
And is he
boat.
responsive? Like, mister? Sam's gonna go over and poke him.
He'll like, when you touch him, he like shudders and kind of like recluses himself in and kind of just like go away. I just want to be alone. And then covers over his head.
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna make a medicine check on him.
Go for it.
And say, what if it's like one of the werewolf stories?
Werewolf stories?
Yeah, you know. Get bit
11.
to a werewolf.
11.
You got bit by a depressed person?
Sorry.
They're like finger guns.
Now she just goes,
You don't see any bite marks. So with 11, you don't see anything that should be ailing him at all. He seems like a perfectly healthy man. If anything, you see like the telltale signs of someone who is too depressed to function. He looks like he stays in bed, but doesn't sleep. He has huge bags under his eyes. He
But, like,
smells. It doesn't seem
I'm,
like he's showering.
Snapping my fingers, he's like responsive. Like,
Yes.
This reminds me, I had some nut job on my radio program tell me about something that is kind of like this. He called it depression, I believe, but there was not really much science to back it up. So I don't know. Take that for what you will.
Look, I had a coach once who called it the yips. I think it's pretty clear whatever this guy's got. He ain't right in the head. Mister.
Just like he couldn't go further into his blankets if he could, but he's trying. I know there's other people in town that have it. I just don't know who. I know a couple things. I know if something could stop Derek from doing this, we'd throw basically anything at it.
It's worth a boat.
It's worth a boat.
And you said he was fine for this, right?
Yeah, he was fine. He was kind of fine yesterday. He was just quiet.
Look, sometimes folks have a way to hide things, trying to seem normal. Sure, he was fine.
He wasn't like this.
And this seems to be a town-wide issue, as it's happened to more and more people. You think this will be something they bring up at the town hall?
I know it's definitely a pressing matter.
Well, I guess you'll see us there then.
Can learn more there, yeah.
I know.
We should head that direction.
I know that there was a kid who had it. Ask him about a kid. The kid had it like first. I don't remember who it was, but it was a little boy. I don't know why I said it like that.
What?
It's just a little boy.
They wood fillers.
Ask him about that. That might be it. Something to start on. I have to go salvage what's left of this business that we have. I can't build a boat on my own, but we have other jobs, so hopefully that could tie us over. You guys fix my husband, you get a boat. Pretty good deal.
Let's shake on it. I'm in.
She'll shake on it.
Just shaking her whole body.
You're cursed. Wisdom save.
Oh, you got the shakes.
You got the
It was her all along.
Oh, dude, we just entered the final boss battle.
It's like when you're walking through the grass at Pokemon, the screen just shatters apart. Like it's just
Angry wife appeared.
Dark Souls style, like the sad witch. Screens.
So, you guys start heading your way to the other side of town, and you'll see the large cathedral-like building with a really cute courtyard out front with the different type of trees that you see around the town. All centered
You say
there.
cathedral-like? How is it unlike a cathedral?
There are no signs of worship, like iconography. No iconography of worship.
Okay.
It
It's
doesn't
just like
have
a big, fanciful, like artistic building kind of.
Yeah, it's very tight slope type of shaping, but like not stained glass, just like regular glass.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Gothic wrought iron. No. So you guys start walking into the town hall. There are like some random other people that come in, and you guys walk into the building through these already open double doors, and it leads into a large welcoming space. And when I was imagining this, I was kind of imagining the have you ever walked into like a court building where there's like a large open room that has one sad little desk over in the corner that has one lady that does all the work, and then everyone just kind of gets pushed into different different hallways and stuff? It's very that. It has like a walkway that's roped off that like twists and turns all around the building, but there's only like 2 people at a time kind of going through it, but they'll walk all the way through everything and then finally get to the lady at the desk, who is the lady with the pixie cut that you see speaking to people. She's not stopping anybody. She's just like, oh, who are you? And that person is walking inside these other pair of doors that looks like, as the doors open, you see chairs and a lot of lights and a couple of like bodies. Not enough information for you to get anything more than that, but you guys are at the beginning of this with this ridiculously absurd rope walkway. It's like empty Disneyland, but there's no fast pass, so
There's corpses in another room.
corpse.
Right,
No,
that's how I heard too.
no, I meant bodies like heads, like that still sounds like corpses.
Yeah. Living human
Yeah.
beings.
People.
Good. Okay.
Meat stacks.
Meat sex. I am a meat lollipop. Flesh? Is that better? There's a
Wet flesh.
there's a room full of flesh, and there's a rope walkway. Which way do you guys want to go?
Fletch from Hobbit.
Obviously.
Pleasures untold.
That's how they get cursed. So you guys, unless you say otherwise, you are walking through every turn of this roped off court.
I think it'd
not-
be smart to talk to the receptionist. Like,
There aren't clips to like unclip it, right? I have to like.
You could like do that fun like put your leg over it.
She's right there watching us, right?
Yeah.
Or wait, no, my guy doesn't care. He's got a charisma. Yeah, he's totally gonna like just step over it.
Yeah. So you'll make your way faster, but it is still taking annoyingly long to get to her. But eventually you'll get to the desk first, and you'll have like
And then I have to wait for everyone else.
you'll have to wait for everyone else to say.
If everyone else starts crying, it, Joe just starts like increasingly fast.
You're not hopping the thing, right? You're not just...
No, he's just running.
That mailman stamina kicks in.
Yeah, those large calves fucking activate. Oh hi,
Well, I guess
you guys.
probably cloud hop my way over there.
Yeah, you easily go over there. You could do a few tricks and shit. Like you're quite able to get there really fast. So you and Sam will get there first, and then the 2 behind you are power walking to catch up. And the receptionist will say like, "Oh, you guys made it! I'm so glad. Are you guys having a good time in Noraneko at least? Like I know everything kind of crappy for you guys.
It's
But the weather's nice.
gotten
Know to think about this blue.
The blue?
yeah, getting a boat wasn't quite as easy as you made it sound.
What, Derek wasn't gonna help you?
no.
It's got the blue.
Yes.
Her eyes kind of like light up. Like, no. Oh, no.
Yeah.
What more can you
It's-
tell us about this
Yeah,
blue?
we need to.
Yeah.
It would be better. We gotta follow protocol. I wrote the protocol, but I still gotta follow the protocol. So, you guys are on an adventure to clear the blue up. That's so great. So let's get you guys assigned to an elder, and then you guys can be all set up and on your way. Come on, follow me. And she'll like turn around and start walking instead of going.
What was she saying? Protocol.
I don't know, but she's getting us an elder. That's probably good, right?
What's happening?
she'll open the door to the flesh room and like let's get you guys an elder. Let's get you guys an elder before the town hall starts. It'll be a lot faster that way. So come on, and she'll lead you. You guys will go in. It's kind of set up like a church. It's not set up like a church. It's set up like a town hall, which is ironically kind of set up like a church.
Yeah.
There's like
Or a
pews,
courtroom.
the different courtroom. Yeah, a lot more like a courtroom, except for at the end where
One person at the pulpit.
sorry, at the long hallway that goes down with the pews of people that are sitting in attendance, where there is a podium for people to come up that talk to the people that the elders that make all the rules and such and all that fun stuff. But instead of just like like a courtroom would have like a judge and then like a couple other tables and stuff. It's this large circular room with desks all lined around it, creating this like tube like structure. And there are 21 people in desks that line this large circular like half moon crescent that are all different ages, but they're all like kind of older. They're above 40, but it's still like from Orby and up, they're all over, and they all have different nameplates and stuff, and they're all sitting and looking up quizzically at the receptionist who comes up to the podium and says, oh, hi Ollers. So before we get started, good news. There's adventurers here to clear the blue. So we need to get you set up. Unfortunately, we can only spare one elder. So we'll just have them introduce themselves and you guys can pick. You guys can just pick what elder you think would be best. And guys, this will be the most pivotal decision you will ever make in this game.
Oh my god.
That sounds like this.
A man stands up. Hi, I am Tobias. I am the Elder of Commerce. Another man. Hi, I'm Aston. I am the Elder of Agriculture. Another man. Hi, I'm Luca. I am the Elder of Wednesdays. Hi, I'm Berthany. I am the Elder of Urban Development. Hi, I'm Chad. I am Internal Security. Hi, I'm Shadow. I am External Security. Hi, I'm Chadbo. I am Biannual Security. Hi, I'm Heather. I am the Elder of Festivals. I am Chad J. I am the Elder of Festival Security. I am Sarah. I am the Elder of Animal Control. I am Lisa. I am the Elder of Foreign Diplomacy. I am Lisa Simpson. I am the Elder of Saxophone. I am Christopher. I am the Elder of Walking. I am Samuel L. Jackson, no relation, the Elder of Aerial Serpents. I am Steak Bistro, the Elder of... I lost it. I'm Steak Bistro, sorry. I am Steak Bistro, the Elder of our livestock. Damn it, Billy. I am Fantasy Eric. I am the Elder of Adventuring. Hi, we are the Herald Twins. We are the Elders of Education. Hi, I'm Carrie. I just run prom. I am Kragnar, the Barbarian, Sunder of Foes, Piercer of Flesh. I am the Elder of the government-issued stimulus packages. Hi, I am Bok Choi. I'm Kragnar's mother. I help with the executions. And then the receptionist will turn around and say, so, who do you want to come help you guys?
Kind of like the Christopher of Walking.
So much info. I like the lady that's in charge of prom.
Well, I heard too that I heard there was an elder of it. So, sorry, say again?
Said, who's in charge of the mail?
They all stop and just look at each other. We don't get mail.
She'll never die. I actually
Rolls up his sleeves. So you need? Still a need.
Yeah, so much for not splitting up the parties.
Goodbye, my friends. I found my path of life.
These people need me.
There is companies that handle mail for the island. They run their own service over on the western side of the island. Though, nice people. They call themselves the postal They call themselves the Postal Brigade. But yeah, we don't have a faction here. They're a tight-knit guild, very serious. If you run
Are you
into
saying mail is privatized?
yes,
Interesting.
Goddamn commies.
the postal service bleeds red. Jesse, you said there was two that you were interested in.
Yeah, the
So we have prom and walking.
barbarian sounds good, and also there's the elder of adventure. So I mean, those are two pretty good, But also agriculture. You never know what they get up to.
Yeah, it can be crazy. There's also all of the Chads.
Yeah.
So many Chads, and they're all in charge of different
Securities.
Why are we seeking an elder for?
They can only spare one to help you. The rest of them are quite busy with this town hall.
May I ask them all who's the least busy? Just out of curiosity.
She like turns and looks at him, and it's probably Bok Choy. There's really not a lot of executions here. She's also not really an elder. She's just really like, she's Kragnar, the barbarian sunder of foes, piercer of flesh's mom. That kind of just helps out. But she's a lovely lady.
She can't detach from her baby boy. She's got to make sure he's safe.
You look over, she's preening him like your hair is all messed up. Don't make me get the scythe.
Sorry, I think we shouldn't go to any of these people. This island is crazy.
What about the secretary? We can take the secretary.
Oh no, I run the island. I'm so busy.
What?
Yeah, I do everything.
Who do you recommend for this specific job of dealing with the blue?
Well,
Since you run the whole island.
if you wanted a good start off, Fantasy Eric has a lot of knowledge and a lot of things that could help a starting adventurer. Kragnar is in charge of stimulus packages given to from the government, so he might have maybe some kind of dowry he can contribute to this. Christopher Walking is well, he doesn't get out much. He kind of walks the track. It's not really like around the town.
Yeah, see, I thought take him off the list.
Yeah.
Does
Listen.
Kragnar work?
There are duds, guys. I am sorry, but there are duds. What was that?
So does Kragnar work for the commerce guy? Because they seem to overlap.
Well, so the commerce guy is more in charge of. What is the commerce guy in charge of? They kind of looks at him, and she's now realizing that does overlap. They're not going to do anything about it, but it does.
How hot would you say Fantasy Eric is?
You guys look at him. He looks like. Oh man, this is a deep cut. Have you guys seen? It's a cartoon called Flapjack.
The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack?
Yeah, where the Flapjack imagines he has that adventurer come show him the ropes, even though he does end up being a fraud. It's very Fabio-esque, big muscles, like pirate-esque, like build. Like you look at him and you hear like a chorus, like the adventurer, like plays. You don't hear it. It just happens. Like it's very picturesque. He's older.
Conan the Barbarian was Fabio
Yeah,
in face.
very experienced. Him and Kragnar are like twice the size of everyone else here.
Okay, do we need brains or bronze for this adventure? Everyone, what are we thinking?
I like the look of Fantasy Eric.
Was there anyone over health? Like,
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
was there anyone over health or medicine in the town, or like town's actual like
Well-being.
well-being, a doctor?
It does not look like it. But I heard that Lisa Simpson is very skilled, as she's used to be a nurse.
Can I ask another question of the elders? Do any of them... Well, I think we'd be able to tell if any of them had the blue currently, right? They'd be weeping and wailing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do any?
You need a list. Sorry, say again?
I would say, do any of you have experience with the blue? Do any of you know? Anything?
Yeah, I was gonna say we need to know if they know anyone who has about it. And
Were any of you there when the child got it, the little boy?
the first.
Oh, Yue. Yeah. Yue people think UA was the first. I'm not really sure. What was her name? Carrie, she's the elder of Prom. She actually used to be his teacher, so she knew him the most.
I knew it was the lady from prom. I knew it was prom lady.
Can we trade out elders as needed? Like, let's say we use one for a while, then we give them back and get a different one. That way they're still, they're always only short one.
They're busy. They can all stand here and wait as soon as we
Yeah, like everyone, there's a line of concerned citizens behind you gathering. Like, there's like a guy poking his head out, like, God, that is taking a long time. Protocol says that they'll help you to your best ability now, but if you come in the next day, I'm sure someone could maybe ask questions. I don't know.
So in the background is like, just pop fantasy game already.
Carrie seems nice, you know it?
Yeah, they're like, saving for me.
So
About the little boy, right? She seems to know him.
Yes, that makes sense.
So from what I have from what you picked, and I'll share a little bit of my notes, we have Fantasy Eric, who is very experienced with adventuring. It might have something to provide you for that. We have Carrie, Elder of Prom. She used to be, who may be the Patient Zero's teacher. And we have Lisa Simpson, who is an ex-nurse. And Kragnar the Barbarian, whose job is redundant. But he has expendable income.
And a mother who would do execution.
And a mother who loves him. What are we feeling?
Let's go with the former teacher, right? I mean,
Yep.
Yeah,
I think so, yeah.
saxophone is a job.
She's very good at it, though.
Hence, prom seems like a job, and she knew the kid.
let's hear her out. She may be able to play some pretty tight solos.
Okay, so we're gonna. Okay, Carrie, you're needed. We'll have you guys meet her in conference room B. Go ahead and take that door over there, and Carrie will meet you guys just a few minutes. She'll point over to the west side of the building, and there is a door. Yeah, you guys will just step out there, and then you'll hear what sounds like 19 gavels hit a desk, and 19 voices say, "Town meeting commence," and then the doors will slam. I love my elders. So yeah, like,
Or so are we just waiting in this room?
you are just waiting in this
Oh
room.
my god.
We don't get to hear the cool stuff.
He's gonna be the good cop and the bad cop.
Good question.
Cool.
I think Nick asked who of you is going to be the good cop and the bad cop.
What do you mean?
I'll take bad cop, bro. Let's do it.
Aren't all cops bad?
Not in the 1930s.
Not in the 1930s, dude.
That's
She is.
Union man.
She is.
White people.
Yeah, she's Japanese. Cops are not great.
They're not overly anti-Japanese though at this point.
Not yet.
I'm a union man.
The doors open and a woman in her early 40s comes in. She's wearing a yellow dress with these like sunflower type stitching patterns in it. She has a very soft face, very soft features, dark brown hair that's kind of pulled into like a messy bun, very teacher-esque. And she walks in. It's like, "Hi, I'm Carrie. You picked me. No one ever picks prom. This is exciting."
Dump a bucket of blood on her head.
Oh no.
We're asking the questions here.
I thought you said I was supposed to be bad cop. I'm sorry, I panicked.
We beat the shit out of her. Give us answers about this boy.
Do you ever want to see the drum again?
This one's broken.
So yeah, how can I help you guys?
You said you knew Yue, was it?
I used to teach you, eh? Yeah.
Did you teach him when he got the blue?
No. He's been out of school for 2 years. People say he was the first. I don't know. He's very reclusive, and he's always been a very reclusive boy ever since his parents went missing, and
His parents went missing, you said.
his parents went missing. His older sibling took care of him, and then the older sibling also went missing, and he's been alone ever since. And it's been a hard life on UA. He takes care of himself now. He lives in the cherry red house on the south side of town. He's very sweet, but he hasn't really spoken to anybody in the past year, and he's had a rough life for a long time. But ever since he stopped even attempting to engage with anyone, others in the town started the exact same thing, and it feels like whatever this blue is, unfortunately got to somebody who really doesn't need any more pain in his life. It's all very sad, and I really hope that he can be helped. He's a smart kid. He's good with. He's a future scientist for sure.
Does anyone have any idea what happened to his family?
Yes and no. A large group of people were. It was a long time ago. A large group of people were switching to more of a bandit-like profession, and they were hunting people who would cross the island. Very similar to what's happening in the Shallows right now. And sometimes traders would leave and go to a different city, and sometimes they would come back and sometimes they wouldn't. Fortunately, times are better. There is nowhere near as many raids as there used to be. We're in a time of peace, it would feel like, without everybody getting cursed.
How is the child surviving if he's got the blue? Because Mr. Derek, who we saw, he could barely even get out of bed. So how is this kid still alive?
Everybody tends to experience the blue different. Sometimes they'll be unconsolable. They can't move, and maybe it'll be like that for a whole week, and then it'll be a little better. They'll get energy. They'll get up and try to accomplish something, but that will fall quick, and then they'll go back to just sitting in a room by themselves, or staring out into the ocean for hours on end. Or sometimes they'll just read the same book over and over again, even though they know what's going to happen. Maybe it brings them comfort, but it all comes in waves, and it affects certain people harder.
The peoples have anything in common? Totally random?
She's going to do an intelligence check to see how many people she can remember have the blue. It's another 2. The same dice, too. I know.
I'm gonna give her advantage on the check. Help her remember.
She'll
Physically.
smack. Think again. It doesn't seem to hit anyone. I don't really know. I know that ever since it started, the elders have all slept in the same room together to make sure that they're safe.
None of the elders got.
None.
What's up with the secretary lady? She doesn't seem very secretary-like.
Oh, she is, bless her heart. She runs this entire town. She's,
She's not even the secretary.
no, she's basically, the president, but, the title was just called secretary, so they stuck with it.
Madam
So,
said,
do you have any other secretaries that maybe are a little bit more little bitch-like, little bitch boy secretaries? Any I could borrow? You had 19 elders to pick from. You have to have a plethora, just a room full of Wendell. I'm sorry, you don't know Wendell, but you'll know him when you see him. Wendell.
I feel like if I met a Wendell, I would get his vibe by the name. I feel like the only Wendell I can think of is Shadow. But he is unfortunately busy at this moment.
Fine.
The name Shadow upsets me so much.
It sucks, right? But yeah, she'll like go up to the window and she'll like point, like, go down that street all the way to until you see a flower booth, and then turn right, and then you'll see the cherry red house. It's right at the outskirts. Just knock first.
are there multiple cherry red houses in the town?
No.
I'm
It's very specific. It's a fantasy cartoon. The protagonist's house has to be multicolored and everyone else has to be beige.
Right.
Is there anything else I can help you guys with? Tell him I sent you, by the way. He is not very trusting, especially
with us.
in his condition. Oh no, we're not allowed to leave the building. It's against protocols for sure.
Interesting.
That's why Chris walks the track.
Talk. Cool.
But yeah, good luck. I hope you guys can really help him. I'm sure the other fine folk need help too, but I really hope UA can find some kind of hope. He's just seemed so hopeless. It's sad. Well, gotta hit the dusty trail. Yeah.
I think we should go.
She like
Very strong hint that she doesn't want us here anymore.
she's like pulling out like a bedroll on the ground, like
She's not just going into the meeting. You're the meeting.
no, she'll join the meeting. Unless you guys have any other questions, she will stay for any other questions.
She doesn't want to go with us though, because she can't go with us. Okay.
Oh yes, there is one more thing they are going to give you. She is going to give you a bag of 200 gold pieces.
Oop.
This is just a little help to help you guys get this job done. I know it's a lot to ask people that don't know anything about our town, but hey, what are adventurers? But people happy to help.
We are so happy to help. I want to try and barter maybe for 20 extra pieces. We do have a ship we have to pay for here and build.
Yeah, give me a persuasion check.
23.
Uh,
No, sorry. 21.
21. She's like, I could see what else I could grab. There'll be more, by the way, on completion. The same amount. We'll give you an advance on it. This is kind of a big ask, so I understand. So she'll give you 100 gold pieces extra from the 200 that you would have.
Exchange rate with the United States on these.
I don't know that, Coven. Must be a new group of witches. That United States sounds like witches.
It's gold. I'm just gonna grab you and say it's gold. It's gold. Let's go.
No campaign contributions or anything, are we?
Oh man. Okay. I think we should. Well, I do. Could I ask one last question though? Any local taverns, shops, that we should stop by?
Oh, sure.
We need supplies.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a small pub called the Seaside Inn. It's a really nice place. Great place to eat. One of the only places to eat, which makes it the greatest. That's their whole tagline. It's the whole thing. There's also an armorer named Alan that is. Y'all been to Derek's house? He's on that side of the dock of the inlet. Alan's on the other side of that.
Script.
Thank you.
Okay, we love it. Derek and Alec.
Derek and Alan. Is there anything else I can get for you guys?
Goodbye then.
It's like what? It's 1 p.m. She's honestly, I'll just tell you without having real insight. She's never been picked, so she's very nervous that she's gonna do like a bad job. So she's like, I gotta go unless there's anything else you need. No. Okay, I'm gonna go. No, you're gonna say something? No one? No one? Okay.
We're good. Thanks for your help.
Okay, it was lovely meeting you. If you're here next month, 5th prom is gonna be very fun. It's gonna have a whole ocean theme. I know, right? And then she'll walk out.
Do you think they're
Guess on
Shipfest?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. You want to make a guess?
This one was too. It's weird that she left the ring, but weird. You just get to sit in here for a while.
Yes, it's very strange.
You will notice, and there were 3 doors in this room. 3 doors down. There's a door south from here that obviously connects to the first room that you're in, the entrance room. So if you turn around and open it, you're now in that entrance room, kind of by where her desk was.
But the other door.
The other door is the door that she left out of.
Idea.
And then there's the door we came in from the main room.
Yeah. And that was on the east.
Spell. All right.
I think they just sleep in that other room. Oh, I will open it though.
You open it? Give me a stealth check.
You fool. That is a 24. 19. Just
So you open the door and you see like a long hallway that kind of like goes into like a cylindrical shape that looks like it would like circle the middle room. It continues around. You see different doors, very kind of close together that are like spaced along it, and you see her walking around until she turns the corner. You don't see her anymore, but then you just see rooms as it goes down.
I think this is all the conference rooms.
You want to open one?
Sure, why not?
Which door do you open? Give me a number. It'll be the closest one to you.
Are we the first one? Or are we B? If we're B, we're the second one, I'm assuming, in the hallway.
So just to go numbers without naming the rooms, you're here. The hallway goes down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like that.
But we're the first one.
One would be the first door you see on the left.
No, I'm saying the door I'm looking out of is. I'm assuming. I thought it was parallel to all the other ones.
Oh no, you open the door that way, and then the rest of the hallway continues out like that.
Oh, okay.
And then door. Because you were in the big square room, and then you left here to be in this square room, and she went up there to be in this hallway that goes around. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was picturing it as we were in a conference room, so they just had a bunch of them, and that's what all the other doors were. So in this case,
No, she just
opened the third one.
third one. Okay, you open the door. It's not locked. You see a cot, and you see a bunch of different plants, all kind of like decorated around the room. And you see a desk that has like a journal on it, and you see a bookcase that has like a bunch of different books. And just glancing at the bookcase, you can tell that a lot of these books are different.
Agriculture.
Yeah.
Agriculture was the third guy.
Yep.
Okay, I'll go back to everybody. What? They all have private offices, so is there someone we want to snoop on?
Oh,
This-
and I'm not sure.
That's a tough.
Yeah.
You don't know how long the town hall meeting is going to go, but you know that it is still going.
Should someone
Yeah.
be a lookout for us?
Just number-wise, Carrie was later in the list, right? So it makes
Yeah.
sense that she had to
Yeah.
walk around the corner. So she probably went to her office.
Right. I mean, I don't know. The adventuring guy, Fantasy Eric, maybe, or I don't know. Execution lady seemed a little sketchy.
Yeah, Fantasy Eric. I'm sure he's got a lot of useful stuff at his hall. Maybe something
Here,
for my
here we go.
computer.
What's up?
We're going Fancy Eric.
Who's going? Everybody?
That's a good question. What is my stealth score?
I was actually going to say I should be the lookout. I've got such great charisma. I could stall someone if I needed to.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, I'll go. Mine's +2.
Are you going to be lookout as in you guys are going to go in the hallway, they're going to go in the room, and you're going to stay outside and look out? Or are you going to look out from
Well,
somewhere
I'll
in the
go
hallway?
to the, because from what it sounds like, it sounds like there's like the entrance, like from like the main area.
Yeah,
You have to come through this entrance first to go to any of the other rooms, right?
yes.
Yeah, so I'm going to stand at that entrance,
And watch the town hall, basically.
essentially. So
Yeah.
if the town hall, if the meeting ends, I can be like, hey,
Got it.
wrap it up.
So, Tadashi and Joe, Sam, are you going to go with them to snoop? They're going to go try to steal from specific...
Oh, who said he got stealing?
Oh, who would ever?
We're snooping. We're snooping.
They're going to go... They're snooping through elders' rooms.
And I will look out, just in case.
Maybe you're muted.
So I don't know how cool Sam would be with that. Like, whose stuff are we, like, what's the plan? Are we just randomly like, hey, let's see what they have, or?
Everything seems a little off. We should just try and gather any information we can.
And we can't go to the woman we talked to because she went to her office.
Okay, if anything, Sam will go to keep an eye on them and make sure we aren't trying to steal anything.
Okay, let's get stealth checks from our 3 supers.
Worse, but
10.
13.
15.
Okay. So, what door are you going to? Are you gonna try to remember what number homeboy was, or do you happen to know what number homeboy was?
Well, they weren't numbered when we had them read, so...
No, but you know that there were 20 of them, and they all got listed out. So I'll let you roll a history check to see if you remember what number.
What are we trying to hit?
Fantasy Eric.
Fantasy Eric.
Fantasy Eric.
It was pretty equal.
Could we quickly poke their heads in? So like, okay, this one, nothing in there.
We'll have to like check the door. It'll be a few things. It'd be a couple things.
Well,
But yeah,
I
you
have
can.
history, but I have good intelligence, so it is a 17.
17. So I was gonna have you roll up to his number, and that was gonna be the DC, and he is door 16.
Oof.
So you remember quite well how to get to them. You get to a door. You grab the door handle and turn it, and you it does not lock. But as you remember, Carrie was pretty close to that door.
I was asked, was she above or below it? I
With
think she was before him, right?
you didn't roll.
Whatever you're about to say is going to tell me yes.
I know. So, so you know that she's a few doors down. So, yeah. She is, so the wrench in the system was that, what was her name? Bok Choi isn't one of the 20. So I listed it. Yeah, but I listed additional ones. She was 18. I'll just give you that. So,
Keep going.
you go into the room, you see fur, like pelts everywhere. It's like a fur pelt explosion.
God.
There's a large, it's like a big mask almost. It has like this weird material to it, but it's like very large, and it's very like I don't know what shape that is. It almost like a
Shield, basically?
like a rupee in Legend of Zelda shaped, yeah, but like bowed outwards, and it has like 2 slots, and it has like this tribal kind of like paint on it. You see there are weapons mounted all over the sides. There is a desk with a big thick leather journal, and there are a bookcase very similar to the other room with different types of books, and they're all different like stories of adventure that you could just look at, like the tale of you catch a lot, but without an investigation check, that's all you're gonna know.
And I'm not seeing or hearing any of this, right?
No. So you are like monitoring the town hall, and someone is going on and on and on about the pigeon issue that they have in the square, and how the pigeons cannot be stopped, and they actually swarm to the point where she's like, they swarm into a larger creature and they attack us, and everyone's just like, okay, and they're very just like letting her just like talk and go off, and they're kind of just humoring her. It's like, no, I saw it, I swear, they became this large dragon and they took a child away, and they're just like, okay, that's nice, I'm sure he'll be back.
By the arms.
I know what I saw.
Have you taken your pills? Ellen, have you taken your pills today?
It's taken. It's taken. It's the problem with all you people.
Jeez, calm down, Ellen.
Fucking losing her mind.
Okay, I'm going to investigate.
Give me investigate.
Yahtzee. 10.
10. Okay. So you don't really find anything other than what I said. There is a long sword, a battle axe, a great sword. There is a dagger, and there is a whip, and a journal book that you found his journal that has like It's almost not really a journal as much as it's written to be kind of like a autobiography.
Where there's a whip, there's a way.
How nice that whip look.
It looks nice, but it doesn't look like magical.
That's all right.
Yeah. Looks nice though.
Can I slam open that journal and like look at the last few pages, basically, like any mention of the blue or anything else weird?
So in the last few pages, there is a few like mentions of the blue, where Fantasy Eric challenged the demon of the mountain and slayed the demon and cured everyone of the blue and hailed him as the hero, and there are statues being erected in his honor in both this town and Pullwater. And Fidget also is gonna give him a whole festival, and it's very fiction.
Do we think he's writing a book, or do we think he knows something?
I feel like we're wasting our time here.
I also think that I'm gonna give him a little, hey, hurry it up.
I think we chose correctly, folks. I think this guy's pretty crazy.
He was gonna be fun.
There's a bunch of pulp comics like to read back home, and this is kind of reading like one of them. Any art? Any cool pictures?
No. It's barely legible handwriting. If you rolled under a 10, I was gonna say you weren't able to read his handwriting. So you guys join back up?
Yeah. I said, well,
Yeah.
close to look.
All right, so you guys can join.
Sam, for a moment, like, picks up the whip and it's like, put that back down.
That could be fun, but that's mean. You guys leave. You guys join back up with Jesse and exit through the main entrance. Fantasy Eric goes back into his room and opens up the secret compartment in his desk and pulls out a wand that he was going to give you if you picked him. But
No.
parallel universe,
Oh, can I find him on the way though to buy the whip off of him?
you guys are
Do
leaving.
I know the cost of a whip? I'll just leave the money in place.
I mean, you would not know, but you could guess.
It's 5 gold pieces. Boop.
Gold, but
Can I make a history check to know the price of a whip?
you could try, yeah.
That's a 14 plus 0, I think. Yep, 14.
14 will get you close. Let me see. It's not that much money. Here it is.
You really fixated on this whip.
Well, that's actually pretty decent for my character, I just realized.
Are you a young
Cats.
Indy Jones?
I mean, because of the way my, like, curse markers work, I can actually, like, dish out some serious damage for the whip.
Yeah, let's say 5 gold's fine without me having
Yeah.
to open up the whole book.
I'm gonna leave 5 gold.
Yeah, it's 5 gold's perfect. So yeah, drop 5 gold. It might be a gold more, but you feel
Sure, no, I'm willing to pay over to
Yeah.
make up for the fact that I'm stealing it.
I'm gonna make sure you guys don't steal anything. That's a nice whip.
Immediately stealing.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, I left money in it.
One-sided purchase.
Yeah,
No, yeah.
it's a forced purchase.
My grandfather's whip.
It's like got some deep sentimental value.
That was my wife's.
It's my wife's whip.
Or it's like his sex whip that he just happened to have at the
I
long term.
I said it was my wife's whip. So you guys exit back to the town. Are you guys gonna make your way over to the house?
Let's go see this little boy.
Yeah, let's go get a
I got
boy.
it.
Finally, a door we can kick in.
You guys make yourself down through town once again and get to the Cherry Red house.
These folks with the blue, I'm gonna give them something to cry about.
Oh,
You guys get to the door, and it's just kind of quiet. There's nothing really out of the ordinary. There's smoke kind of billowing out of the chimney. It's one story, and there's a little bit of a yard with like the kind of a nice herb garden, kind of like in front of it. It definitely is tended to. It's not overgrown, but it's not like gonna win awards. But it's definitely something that's been done there. And you guys are at the door. What do you do? Yeah, knock.
I'll knock.
You knock and you don't really hear an answer.
Is there a back door or a window?
There are windows. There are 2 windows in the front. There is, if you go around the house, you'll see a back door and another window.
Is there a second story?
No.
What time of day is it?
It's like 1
PM?
Yeah.
I'm assuming?
Okay. Yeah.
So, would this kid be like an eloped?
He's about what they is. Well, he just recently. Yeah.
And there's
That's right. Duh, she said that.
and there's smoke coming out of the chimney, so there is signs of life.
Too sad to get up.
Give me a perception check.
It's peeking time. Oh man, 8.
Sandy's.
So 8, you look in through, I'm assuming the back window or the front window?
Sure. Whatever seems like has the best view of the whole building
Well,
or the rooms.
so you look into the back window just because you were checking the back, and you see a room that it's really dark, really hard to tell. There is a light source that's coming from it in the corner, and you see a child that is kind of just like sitting on the floor in front of the fire, just kind of ignoring.
I tell but what?
A child.
A child.
Cursed child.
I'm gonna knock again, and then yell and just say, "Hey, we know what's his name again? UA?
UA.
UA, hey buddy, young little UA, little sad boy. Toot. Hey, we need to talk to you. UA, it's us, your pals."
Roll persuasion with disadvantage. So you roll twice and you take the worst.
Young you way.
It's a 12.
Yeah, you don't have an answer.
I come back around and I say, well, now this isn't exactly official protocol, but I do have these, and I roll out a long length of like little hooks and stuff, basically a lockpick set.
Oh my.
I always make my deliveries.
Oh.
Okay, well, let's do it.
I haven't even actually tried to open the door.
No,
Do we even
No.
know that it's
no one's trying to open the
No.
door. It is locked. Yeah, but no one's trying.
locked? Here we go. Hell yeah, 19.
Yeah, it unlocks, and are you opening it and pushing the door through?
I'll like have it click and then look at everybody else.
You know?
All right, you push the door in, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
I have to scroll up.
17 plus 5.
As you push the door open, what looks like a very comically accurate cartoon potion bottle falls and hits the ground, and then as soon as it shatters, the liquid in it vaporizes, and you hear this sound that comes from it. And then you
Do that sound one more time.
Cut again.
You're cutting. I only hear like.
and then you hear
Trying to sound like a chicken.
yes.
What's okay? You're sounding like a chicken.
you thought I was cutting out? No, it sounded like a ghostly chicken. And then
The chicken noise, right?
you're looking into a small like living room type space that has a wall that separates it, and then a small opening, a doorless opening to the back room. It's just basically, this hut is just 2 large rooms separated by 1 opening, and by the opening, a little boy turns his head and looks at you guys and goes,
It's all right. We don't mean you any harm.
Is it the same child that I saw?
yes.
That was just sitting there.
What are you doing here? You should be a chicken. He looks at Joe.
I need you to tell us what you know about the blue.
I don't know anything about the blue. Just poor orphan kid, and then he just turns away from you.
Inside check.
Yeah, inside check.
Go for it. Get you these stats.
9 for me.
13.
$15.
There's you. Yeah. Barely. There's no way that isn't a lie. No way. He flat out lied to you and then blew you off and then went into the other room.
We're gonna have to get really persuasive with this kid.
I think.
Careful, I think this is a Home Alone situation.
Well,
No,
let's
it's
first.
How old does he look?
He looks like 12, 13. His dark hair. His clothes aren't peasant-y, but they're not, fancy. They're cloth. There's a weird smell in the air. There's a weird, acidy smell in the air.
I pull out a bear trap that I have, and I'm like, oh, could turn the traps around.
Now you're home alone with me.
Why? Let me try talking to him.
Well, we should see if it's actually. It's probably him, but we should ask him his name.
Good idea.
So will you guys enter my house and go around the corner?
No, because I'm looking for traps. This is a Home Alone situation.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
22.
Okay, as you walk in, you carefully step forward and you notice that one of the floor panels leading into the next room is a weirder, lighter color, almost as if it was replaced recently. And you know to tell everybody to step over it. It's a very high roll, so as soon as you get to my door frame, you also catch a wire that is in between both frames on the bottom, and you guys enter the back room. You are immediately hit with the acid smell again. There are a bunch of alchemical kind of equipment. There's a fire going in the corner, but there's also an apparatus that he could use as a Bunsen burner. There is a couple of large jars full of liquid. There are dried up herbs kind of strung up around where the fireplace is, which is as soon as you go in the room, you turn left, there's the fireplace, and Yue is sitting on the ground just with his fist in his hand. The herbs are all dried up and around the top of the fireplace where it's the warmest, and there is a simple hay bed that's tucked in the corner. Looks like he just throws himself there and goes to bed, and and there's a lot of notes kind of pinned to the wall all around where he would be working on these weird concoctions that he's using. And he just sits there and has his back to you. He says,
Anyway,
go away, I'm sad.
yeah, that's sort of the
Because you got the
deal
blue?
with the blue, right?
But if you stay any longer, you'll get the blue too. You might as well go.
Is that how it works?
I don't know.
Seemed like it.
You got it first, right?
Think so.
How
What
come you're better?
Happened?
Let's roll a persuasion check. You both can roll it.
I feel like I should be giving her disadvantage.
Right?
No, your DC is just way higher.
Nice. Rolled a 15, that means I got a 14.
Hey. You remind me of my father. I hated my father. What'd you get, Aaron?
Something alluring about it.
See.
Structure. He'll like turn his body and kind of like glance over his shoulder at you guys and say, why do you care? You're not from here.
Well, that's precisely why we care. We want to go home, and it seems the shipbuilder has gotten the blue, so we sort of promised we would figure out how to fix it.
We want to help. We don't want to see anyone else consumed by this curse, this disease. And he starts coughing. He has one of his fits.
Okay. Good. So I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Tadashi's just gonna pat him on the back as he's coughing.
10 plus 2.
Okay. Kadashi, when you touch his back, his muscle almost reacts to you touching and kind of like instinctually feels like you're being grabbed back. It's very unnerving, but like you pat him again and it doesn't happen again. So it might have just been in your head. Robert, Samuel, your right forearm towards your elbow is like on fire. It's like it's burning, like it's gonna like incinerate your
Yeah.
clothes.
His coughing fit just doesn't, like it's just not stopping, and he ends up, he's like, excuse me, and he just runs out the door, like, to get out. Outside.
Okay. Can I walk in here and let me help out here? He's having a fit.
Is he okay?
Mr. Cooper.
I want to talk to this kid. Listen, kid.
What's wrong with him?
He'll be fine. He does that sometimes.
Just standard, he's got the black lung, probably seems like a minor type. Anyway, listen, kid, we've had a rough day. Rough 2 days.
I kind of imagine you like pull up your pant legs and like kind of squat down. Listen, kid.
We're all unhappy about what's going on. We want to help. Definitely want to help. We have our own reasons, but it seems like you guys are in dire need. No one knows what's going on. Everyone's telling us you were the first to get the blue. Why don't you just tell us what we want to know, give us some information, and we'll leave you alone.
Because you won't believe me like everyone else does. And it'll be a waste of my time.
No. Before today, listen, we've seen a lot of stuff that no one would ever believe. We're pretty much open to anything. This is a nonsense land. You understand me? I work in nonsense. So I can believe, I can help people understand. I just need you to help me understand. And then we can, relay the message. We can help others. We can spread the word on what to do, maybe to avoid getting the blue. We just need you. Like, this is so annoying, isn't it? You don't want us here. We barely want to be here. So
Give me a persuasion check. Does anyone want to? Does anyone want to help him get advantage? Yeah.
I'll help him.
this kid's not.
That was a good speech, and I was gonna give you advantage anyway. But let's get to Dashi. Go ahead.
I'll just say, listen, we'd like to help you if we can, and well, I miss my family too, so I understand how you feel.
That's good. Yeah, you can roll again, Alex.
Oh yeah, 23.
Hell yeah. Also, above table, mentioning Carrie would have given you advantage on all charisma checks with him.
Bitch.
That's right, we were supposed to tell him we said.
He did say that.
Yep, she did. That was her perk of picking Carrie.
Wasted.
Yeah, but you got his backstory, which got you advantage anyway. He'll like stand up and look like firmly at you guys, like, and he'll say, "Okay, I'll tell you how to break it. 2 conditions.
You got it.
Shake. First hand he sees, he grabs and shakes. And then he pulls up is it your hand? He pulls up your hand. If he pulls up your hand, he'll grab your hand, pull it so he looks at it, spits on it, and then claps his hand on top of it. And then he shakes him. That means you can't lie. That means that I get my 2 conditions.
Well, I'm glad I know those conditions before you spit on me.
Welcome to
What are the
Obojima.
conditions?
1, you can't laugh.
Okay.
2, you have to take me with you.
Oh, man. Hey, guys.
Yes.
Hey, buddy, listen.
You already agreed.
Well, listen. Yes, I did.
And you did the shake.
Knowing. Before I knew it, let me just discuss with my teammates, make sure you shook with me. I'm cool with it. Let me talk to my people. Let's just see how we'll approach the situation.
Fine, take your time. I just have all the information about the blue and know how to cure it. No big deal. And he'll walk over to his table, and he'll start just like flipping through the notes, like everything about the blue.
Great. Hey guys, listen. This kid made a spit oath with me. He'll tell us everything. We are not allowed to laugh at him, and he wants to come with us. Now, I don't really care. I would love another Wendell, but this kid's a little sassy for my take. So if he helps us get this over with, I'm fine with it. But like, I wanted to consult with the team.
Sam, you can enter back in if you would like to.
I mean, what do we really have to lose? He's an orphan, and he seems to know a way to get rid of this thing.
Actually, well, let's say you guys walk to the front room, avoiding the traps. Sam, outside, we'll say that you walked through the house and went to the front door. Herb garden, better smells, cleaner air. Your coughing fit continues. You're coughing up a lot of phlegm. There is no blood, but your arm is on fire. It's absolutely on fire, and you have absolutely no idea why.
Sure. He's just gonna be, like, doing a lot of this. Just be a lot like, He's finally getting the coffee better.
Do you inspect your arm?
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I figured you would.
feels like it's in a specific spot.
It's-
absolutely.
Very specific spot. You pull up your armor and your clothes, and you see along your lateral bicep here, it looks blackened. It looks almost with like a purple color. It looks very close to like a decayed body, like something that's gone through necrosis, but you know that blood is still going through it. When you touch it, it seems to give easier than skin does.
I'm just gonna wrap it up with like if I have any bandages or
Absolutely. Wrap it up tight. Take a deep breath. Later. And then you'll enter the room, and this discussion is happening. So Jesse just explained to everybody the conditions, and what does the team think?
I mean, if it gets it done faster.
I'm for it.
Yeah. I mean, again, he's an orphan. I mean, if he doesn't make it, then we're like, no one's really. Anyway, yeah. Let's tell him. Let's do it. Everyone okay?
Yeah.
So we're settled. And he has been standing in the doorway the whole time.
Uber it.
Whack!
I instinctively just cast Jolt on him. Ah, what the fuck? Wendell, no. Oh, wait. Sorry.
Oh, wait.
God, what?
Yeah, you should have forced the condition on him. He has to be addressed as Wendell.
Dude, don't. I'm just going to call him Wendell.
Yeah. That will happen organically. It's like, okay, this is really happening. Okay, come here. And then he'll run back into the room. As you guys follow him, you'll see that he is starting to pull out like large parchments, and he'll clip them above, like where he keeps his alchemy stuff, and he'll clip them and he rolls them down, almost like one of those projectors. But there is like a bunch of wording on him, and then he looks like he's drawn schematics, and there's imagery on it. It's just, okay, so you can't laugh. But I think I figured out. I think I figured out here. And he grabs like a book, a really old tome, and he hands it to you, and he'll open up to a page, and it's like, there's a story of an old creature, I think, or person, and this person feeds off sadness, and she was last known to be on top of Mount Rainier, and so she used to infect people. I don't know how, but they would get very depressed and sad, and somehow it made her stronger. And on the page there is a old, very folk horror type depiction of a crone type lady with a long nose, large, huge mane of almost spiky white hair, with the words "Sorrow Witch" on top. And when Alex
Seattle?
Gonna say.
when Alex said, "Is it some sort of sad witch?" earlier, I about spit my fucking soda. I was like, "You close, bitch." So he'll say, "Okay, so there's not that much written about her. There's just stuff about her and the castle she lives in, and I think I know enough about from these stories to make sure that we could get there safe. I know that we need something that stops us from being turned to stone. Here, look, and he'll point to a page that has a script that says, beware the courtyard of statues, for the statues used to be people. And it's like, that can't be a coincidence. There has to be something turning people to stone up there. So before we go, we have to make sure that we don't just immediately turn into statues. And then he'll like go over to his table and he's like, I've almost concocted something that should be able to keep us. And then he like looks around the group and like 5 of us, and he'll like turn over and he'll start like writing and it's like, okay. Okay. I'm gonna need something before I can finish this for all of us, because right now I won't be able to make enough.
Okay.
It's just a simple ingredient. I need the roots of a spirit beet, and then I can finish this potion, and we should be able to save this. And I'll be cured.
We wouldn't be able to just happen upon these at the local market, would we?
No. The spud spirits are quite territorial, actually.
Speak. What's a spelled spirit?
Well, spirits inhabit certain things, and a lot of them found out that they really liked potatoes and beets and turnips, and now there's the small collective of spud spirits.
No.
Well, I know where they are. I could take us.
Oh, how'd you get some in the first place? For the current amount you have.
I stole them.
Wait, stop. Hold on. I think we're missing something here. Do you still have the blue, or did you cure yourself? Is that what I'm gathering here, right?
No, I definitely have the blue.
Still have it.
The only way to cure the blue is to... He looks at this Witch.
Right.
Kill her.
Okay. For some reason, I thought you had already been cured of this.
I did too.
You seem a lot better than the man we met there, this few hours ago.
Indeed.
Well, let's check. I hate my life. I don't want to move. I'm mad that I exist. I want to cry. I don't want to be here. I wish I was asleep. I don't want to shower. Talking to you exhausts me. Yeah, I got the blue.
You want to go on an adventure with us?
You seem very excited for this adventure.
I want to be free.
Fine. Okay, let's go get this route. Come on, skedaddle. Give us a map. Oh, are you going with us to get the route too? Are you too afraid to go with us, or what's going on?
I'll go with you. You'll know where you're going. You're lost without me.
Yeah, let's go.
So to be clear, we're gonna go execute potatoes.
That's what it sounds like.
I mean, that would probably be the easiest way to get the roots.
There's another way?
Talk to them?
But aren't they their bodies?
I mean, they're spirits. They don't need their body.
What?
And that's where we'll end this episode.
Okay.
Thank you very much for listening, guys. That was really a fun episode. I hope you liked my many, too many elders. The next episode will be out next week. Thank you very much again. If you wanted to listen to this show in a different format, there is a podcast version available on me and Aaron's podcast, The Booty Call, and there is also, if you're already listening to it on a podcast, a video version of it listed on the Roll for Booty YouTube. Thank you very much again, guys. Just also remember that everything in the Roll for Booty store is free shipping over the whole entire planet except North Korea. And Alex is doing a wonderful, awesome project and podcast that me and Aaron have been on. Alex, you want to talk about that real fast?
Yeah, I do a show called Unholy Vibes. It is a true horror podcast available on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all the podcast platforms. Unholy Vibes. I interview guests and have them tell me their true personal horror stories. So if you or anyone you know have good horror story, from aliens to ghosts to stalkers to killers to goblins to demons, whatever it may be, if it happened to you, if it happened to someone you know, have them reach out to me at unholyvibespod on Instagram, or email me at unholyvibespod@gmail.com.
Awesome. I'll see you guys around. Thank you. Bye. Love you.
Bye.